Hello everyone, I'm Ece. It's been a really long time since I shot my own video. I've done my last video essay on Diane and Bojack, and the thing I'm gonna actually talk about today is actually really similar to that subject which interests me. Something must have really hurt me for me to talk about this stuff like constantly. I've done a lot of things since I've not been active here. I finished my chemical and biological engineering degree. I'm still continuing to study my psychology degree though. I went to Germany for 2 months for an internship and then came back. The thing I'm gonna talk about here will be completely different from this stuff. I actually want to talk about House MD and how it affected me. I'm only in the fifth season actually. I haven't finished the series, but I have to say House has been triggering me so much. The character I would mostly relate would be Wilson, I think, and I really want to talk about their relationship. I find House to be a really narcissistic person, but he's a weird one because he shows that he cares about people too, but in the ways that actually crosses people's boundaries. So I don't know how beneficial is that in that sense. Still, like, there's something about him that, in terms of Wilson, I would say, that Wilson can't get rid of him. He tries to, and he distances himself from him, but the way he pushes him all the time and never leaves him alone actually makes him like him again and continue his friendship with him. I know the feeling, and I have experienced a really similar thing before. Some people cross your boundaries, and they just tell that they did that because they care about you. That seems really nice at first because they just tell you that they care about you, right? Like the part of you that's unhealed part of you thinks that, oh, someone cares about me, so nice. And it also says that maybe I deserve this kind of treatment, and you continue enabling them, which Wilson does a lot. I think he's really, really scared of losing close people. It also surfaces in his romantic relationships too, but House has been in his life the longest, I think. Even in terms of friendship, it's a close relationship. The way he wants to actually get rid of him was the healthy part that was speaking, I would say, because I understand that, like, there's a red line. After that, you just burst. And for Wilson, I would say that's the death of a loved one, which technically House caused by some of his actions. I would understand if he wanted to, like, I'm done. I'm just not doing this anymore, which he did actually at some point, which I was really proud of him for doing that. And I really had a hard time watching that episode, because I had gone through a really similar thing before. The worst thing that is that House didn't take this no and I'm done, and he pushed him again. And then Wilson understood this as his friendship meaning so much to him and stuff. But technically it was also so lonely that he wants to keep people in his life, yeah, but he can't actually do sacrifices, and he can't respect other people's boundaries. He will cross them again. If you continue enabling this, it will never change. And they actually accept this, but still all the time argue again, which is really sad because I thought that was also possible for me too, but I'm only 23 and I couldn't even bear that. And I can't believe how other people in their late 40s, how they could bear this, crossing the boundaries, not respecting the person, kind of relationships for a really long time. I just can't get it. That's why the show has been really triggering for me. Actually seeing the person who crosses the boundaries and not being not the person who is the victim of this is actually really interesting to me, because I've always been the victim in that sense. I just don't call myself victim anymore, because that means that takes the action out of my hands. It's as if I'm a passive person, only the object of action, and who can't make decisions for themselves. So I don't want to say victim, but I experienced a similar behavior, I would say, which I enabled to, but I just can't think of it anymore, because I really believe that setting your boundaries firmly is really important in terms of communication and close relationships. And seeing that older people than me can't even do that actually breaks my heart, but also means that I did something really hard, and I'm actually proud of myself, which is really important. I think a person being proud of themselves is a perfect thing, because if you always wait for another person's acknowledgement, you're never gonna get it. I don't have anything to show other people. I'm just living the world for myself. I have to be proud of myself. I have to be okay with my own decisions. And I'm not expecting anyone to congratulate me, you know? I just want to congratulate myself. So this is what this show has reminded me, actually. And I hope other people watching this could also make a comment about how this show affected them and stuff, because shows really affect me whenever I watch them. BoJack had the same experience on me. That's why I related to Diane so much, because she set her boundary and just got away from BoJack, you know. I would actually really appreciate if you shared your own opinions, if you could like start a discussion in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. I would say like I can see you in my other videos hopefully. Bye!